Hello students and welcome back to our next video in the PacMan video series using Scratch. In our last video we did the right movement and we also did the left movement. So now we're going to go up and we're going to take a look at the code that is going to fix any kind of glitches where the ghost is not allowed to go in the exit. If it goes left or right, it might even get stuck in the exit. And it should not be allowed to go up or down. So that code we're actually going to do inside of our framework here, where, for instance, I only want the blue ghost to move up if it's not in this row. So all the other rows are fine. It can move up. But if it's in this row, I don't want it to move up. So what I want to say is if it's not in this row, then it can move up. So that's a bit of a double negative, which works better in computer than it does in language. But that's okay. So that's how we're going to do this. So so you heard me say if, so you know probably already that we're going to go get an if. We'll wrap an if around that. We only want to move up if it's not in that row. And so in order to do that, we need to check its X position. So, sorry, Y position, my bad. So where's our Y position? There's our Y position. So we're going to check our Y position. And then we're going to we need a diamond shape. So we go to the green. We want a less than symbol. So the less than symbol looks like an L. That's the way I was always taught it years ago. Okay, so if it's less than, and I've done some testing myself, and it should be about 122. So if it gets any higher than 122, that should be a problem. I might even just say 121 just to be a little bit more cautious, and then I'll put that down there. So this is my new code to say if it's lower than this row, then it can move up. But if it's not lower, then just ignore all of this and go pick another random number down here at the bottom. So let's put that in there. Okay. And then I'm really going to do the exact same thing for each one, except I have different values for each of these. So I'm just going to pull out the blue ghost. I'm going to pull out a greater than, because in this case, it's going in the other direction for down. And I'm going to make sure that it is greater than the Y position. Where's Y position? There it is. So the Y position, and instead of being a positive number, I'm going to change that number to be a negative number. So I'm going to say negative 121. And I need an if. So I'll grab the if. Or we could not grab the if. It didn't work at all. All right, so we'll put that inside, and then we'll put, oh, good heavens above. We'll put that inside and put that back in. So now we've got up and down that should be working. So if the Y position is less than 121, it should be allowed to go up. And if it's higher than negative 121, it should be allowed to go down. Then we need to do exactly the same thing for left and right. So I'm just going to pull out a if. There we go. That's better. And I'm going to do the same thing here. We'll speed up the process a little bit and then go get two operators. So if it's going left, it's going to be greater than a negative number. And if it's going right, it's going to be less than a positive number. And then I need to go get my X position. Where is my X position? Thank you. There's one. The X position, thank you. There's two. So if the X position is less than, and I've already tested my numbers on my maze, and so I'm going to say negative 188. And then if it's greater, or sorry, less than the other number, so if it's before positive 188. Okay, so this goes back into left, and this goes back into right. Please make sure you put them back in the right places. Now, when I click to start the game, the ghost should not get stuck in any of the entrances. It shouldn't even go to any of the entrances. There's faster ways to test this, I am sure, but I'm just going to kind of let it go. There it goes. And eventually, sooner or later, it will attempt to go into those areas, but it won't do it. So just if you want to do a quick test, what you can do is you can set the ghost to a different location. So I'm just going to put it here, and then I'm going to change the numbers so it will only go left, which left is the number 3. And so if I set this to 3 and set this to 3, and then go down here and set this to 3 and set this to 3, the ghost should only go left. So when I click this box, Oh, of course. Goodness gracious. I'm just going to temporarily put that out. Or what I could do actually is I'm going to temporarily move him down. I don't know why the blue coast is a him. Maybe it's a her. And I'm going to change that Y value to 71. Take away 50. Let's try 21. Oh, maybe not. Try 27. Let's see. There he goes. He's going left. Will he stop? Will he stop? He stopped. Yay, he stopped, and he didn't have any other choices, so he's now stuck just wiggling right there. So you can go ahead and do that with any of the other 4 exits to test them to make sure that you have the right code working. I would highly recommend it because it's very easy to make a little typo in here that makes a big difference in ruining your game. So it took me quite a while to make this video just simply because I kept making typos off screen, and then I learned from them. So go ahead, let me know how you're doing. And if you have not been able to see any of these because they're too fuzzy in YouTube, I'm going to take screenshots of all of these, add them to my webpage, and then you'll be able to just look at the nice clean pictures and go from there. Okay, thank you very much for joining, and I hope you look forward to see you in the next video.